Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my daily vlog. It is a very hot, very exhausting Friday, but I have some good news. After having to jump through a couple extra hoops to get my schedule for this coming week, I only have 3 days I got to deal with and only two closing shifts. Unless, of course, somebody calls off on Monday, but 3 day week, I can handle that. I'll take it. I'm looking forward to having a day off on Thursday, so I'm going to get a 4 day weekend. Which I just love the idea of a 4 day weekend. Oh God, makes me so good. Makes me so happy. But yeah, I had to jump through a couple extra hoops for that. But I'm happy about that today. It's really good that I have that. That being said, today's vlog, I am talking about my all-time favorite summer memories. And when I was a kid growing up, summer vacation for me was the pinnacle of every year. So when you're a kid growing up, you always have to deal with school, homework, teachers up your ass, things like that. I don't mean literally, I mean figuratively. So summer vacation was the ultimate thank God moment we're done. Like the minute the final days were counting down, you were just counting the seconds. Like 2 more days until we're out of this bitch. 12 more hours to go and we're free from this hellhole. And half the time you get like a half day on the last day. When I graduated high school, the day before our last day, we got a half day. We were supposed to come back at 7 o'clock that night for baccalaureate. I really didn't want to go, but my mom forced me to, only to find out that if I actually wanted to go, we wouldn't have had to go, which is, that would have been great to know beforehand, but gotta love reverse psychology the parents play. So fun. But I didn't have to go to school the last day because we were graduating. Senior class was completely free of was free of that. So I was very happy about that. I got to stay home. I got to sleep in a little bit. Um, I had to get ready because we had to be down to school at 6 and stuff like that. But the last day of school was, oh, goody. And literally the next day, I did exactly what I told my guidance counselor I was going to do right after graduating high school. And I slept the fuck in. My butt did not get up till almost noon the next day. I'm like, I'm sleeping in, baby. That weekend, we had some graduation parties that I got invited to. I'm not much of a party girl. And even back then, I wasn't much of a party guy because I never got invited to that many. Um, I never really got invited to parties. So I always just stayed by myself and stayed alone at home, watching TV, talking with myself, my imaginary friends, and things like that. So yeah, I had a very lonely childhood. I had no siblings, and my mom was nice. My grandparents tried, my uncles tried, but let's face it, you want to have an intelligent conversation. You want to talk about stuff that is interesting to you, but they're grown-ups. They're not going to find stuff that you find interesting. So obviously you're going to be SOL, which I kind of was, unfortunately. But that's neither here nor there. So that was mostly summer. And every summer for me was always the same. I would watch television. I would stay up really late. I would enjoy myself. It was about 3 months or a little over 3 months of just, a little less than 3 months actually, of just peace and complete silence. It was the greatest moment you could ever ask for. Even the summer that I got a um, job helping a friend of my uncle's and was paid under the table, I was like, okay, it's not that bad of a deal. But for me, summer vacation was always I got to watch Price is Right. Now, if you were ever a kid growing up in the 90s or in the early 2000s, The Price is Right was pretty much you're guaranteed if you're homesick from school, if you're having a horrible summer vacation or it's summer vacation and you're having a miserable time or it's pouring outside, 11 a.m., just turn on that dial, turn on the channel, turn on CBS or whatever channel had it on, and boom, Price is Right every day. Well, except for Saturday and Sundays, obviously, but I loved watching The Price is Right. I always got a kick out of it. My favorite game is the mountain climber because I always liked it going over and not actually stopping. When it stopped, I was miserable. If they won the prize, if they won, the mountain climber game or cliffhanger, I was pissed because, I wanted it to go over, and I mean, I wanted it to go over the cliff. It was so funny. Um, I always thought they should fix it up and have it like like he's going up and yodeling instead of just hearing the crashing sound. You should hear a yodel, yodel, "Oh god, no! Oh god!" And then just, like, crash into the ground. That would be so good. Um, but yeah, that was my favorite game. I always loved watching The Price is Right. Um, like I said, every summer I would watch The Price is Right. Every single summer, anytime I was home from school during the school year, like if I had a day off for a holiday or an in-service day, Price is Right, Price is Right. It's at 11 a.m. Price is Right. I'm gonna watch Price is Right because it was just why the hell wouldn't you? Even later on, because my grandparents would watch it. Um, my grandmother would watch it. My grandfather would watch it because my grandfather would leave for work at like about 12:30, 1 o'clock, and they would watch it. Even if I was watching something else, like I got into ER the one summer I watched. I literally binged the entirety of ER up to the current season, in one entire summer, and it wasn't bad. I watched it. I got hooked on it. But even when that was on, because that was on at 10 and 11 in the morning, there was 2 one-hour episodes on TNT. I would be hearing in the background Price is Right because my grandparents were watching it in the living room, and I was just like, "Oh, cool, cliffhanger's on," and I would quickly, like, turn over to the channel and watch the cliffhanger and then turn back. I'd always, like, tune in to see what the Showcase Showdown's gonna be, what this and that's gonna be. I never wanted to watch it with them because I picked up some really bad cues from my grandfather when it came to The Price is Right, and we got to watch it the one time in school, in math class. I was in my sophomore year in high school, we got to watch it in math class because it was double period. Um, we got our stuff done. It was just, we had a massive math test that day. We finished it within the first hour, and the class was about it was a little over an hour long, so we had about no, we finished it within, like, the first 45 minutes, actually. So we had about an hour left to go. Like, it was 2, periods together. So the teacher goes, "Well, it's educational, it's math related, you have to guess prices. Let's see how good everybody is." So we were watching it. The rest of the time, it's just basically study hall. And I'm sitting there going, "No, no, you idiot. No, you idiot. No, you idiot." And I picked up like really bad cues from my grandfather, and it was because of me we couldn't watch it anymore. To be fair, the one teacher in the next room complained because they could hear the prices right. It wasn't that I was yelling or anything or any one thing. They could hear it. They claimed that we were disturbing their class, even though we weren't with our study hall. We weren't doing anything out of the ordinary, but it was a substitute teacher, so what do you expect? She didn't know any better than to keep her freaking mouth shut. She was literally giving them a study hall anyway, so what the hell was the problem? But yeah, it didn't matter. So we got in trouble for it. We couldn't watch Prices Right anymore, so that sucked. But it was really funny. I always liked watching The Price is Right. But yeah, for me, summer vacation was just a lot of weird memories. Like 4th of July, um, we'd have hot dogs and hamburgers for lunch. We would have the big cooler of soda out on the porch with ice in it. Um, Come the final day of the weekend, it was my responsibility to dump the ice out, so I would always just lay it down at the bottom of the porch. I'd open it up and I'd stick my feet in after we took all the sodas and that out that was left. I'd stick my feet in, just let my feet like really cool off in the nice ice cold water yet. And it was a lot of fun. It was really nice. Then I would take the water over and I'd dump it by our tree or in the grass. And yeah, that was my summer. When I was a kid, my mom and I went to New Jersey a couple times, went to Seaside Heights, and later on, we went to Knoebels. It's a really cool amusement park in PA. It's really nice, actually. They had a lot of flooding there when the snow fell and then the rain and everything melted. They had a lot of flooding a few times, but it's a really good place. I had a lot of fun there because there was a good memory that I had because they had a ride. I don't know if it's still there. It was called Bumper Boats, and I was having a hard time with that boat. I'm not even joking on this. I am trying to steer it back. My time was up. I'm trying to steer it back. And like, okay, I'm not going on this ride anymore today because they're looking at me like I'm doing something wrong here. And I'm not trying to be out there longer. I'm not trying to be a jerk or anything. I'm literally stuck out there because the stupid boat I'm moving it. The blade on the bottom is what helps steer it, the rudder, and it wasn't turning right. So if I would turn it to the left to go left a little bit, it was sending me slightly to the right. And I'm compensating this, weaving it back in. It took me a little bit of time, screwed over the poor kid that was waiting in line. He got on, he got out there and it started spinning him in a circle. He couldn't even get out. I was like, okay, there is something wrong with this boat. And like, yeah, I was just the point. Wasn't joking, but I'm like, no, I'm not going back on. I think I pissed him off, which was sad because I really liked the ride, but the line on that thing was massive anyway. But I really did like that ride. It was a lot of fun. But there was that. My grandmother always just hung out in the arcade. She would play the bingo ball machine. That would be like the last thing I would do. The whole point of us going was to, ride the amusement park rides. I went on a couple of roller coasters when I got older. My aunt took me on a couple. I had a really bad migraine the one time that like my head actually felt like it was gonna break open, and I started crying because it really hurt and the migraine was that painful. I remember my mom had to give me an extra strength Tylenol, and it just zonked me out on the ride home. And the fun part was we always stopped at this McDonald's. There's this McDonald's way up on a hill, and we always stopped there. It was like because we ate dinner around 5 o'clock. We had just walk around the park, do whatever you want to do, and about 5 o'clock, just get together. We'd save up soda cans to get the ride pass and everything else. But it was just have fun, which we did. Um, Standing in line at amusement parks is a bitch. No one will ever deny that. But we would always stop at this McDonald's on the way home, and it was always fun because especially that time, 'cause I had fallen asleep. My mom woke me up, goes, "Hey, how you feeling?" Like, "I feel a lot better." But yeah, it was a massive headache. It was a migraine, like you wouldn't believe. My aunt, because she's like, "Oh, you want to try a roller coaster?" And I'm still crying because my head is just pounding. It really hurts so bad. And my mom goes, "He got a really bad migraine. It's like the air and stuff because her head was bugging her too. Even my grandfather's head was starting to bug him, and he goes, "Yeah," he goes, "I'm getting a headache too." And she goes, "Oh," he goes, "No." So I was, "Well, next year." I'm like, "Yeah," because my little cousin was up. She didn't want to leave him alone. I was like, "Okay, that's fine." But the next year, her and I went on some roller coasters. It was a lot of fun. It was like my very first experience with roller coasters was going there. Do I ever plan on going on them again? Hell no. I went to a couple roller coasters in my life. I went to as Knoebels. I was on their Phoenix roller coaster. I was on the little one that they have there too. That's just like click, click, click. And if you're not going very fast, it's a very like dull ass track. You're not going very fast. But I was on their Phoenix. I went to Hershey Park. I was on a few roller coasters there with my buddy in high school. We went there for that was middle school. That was our 8th grade trip we took. And we were at Dorney Park because I was in chorus. We were at Dorney Park for music in the parks, and we were on a lot of the roller coasters for that. And I was like, yeah, this is fun. I love the fact that you got dollar coins at the time as change, and you couldn't even use them in the goddamn vending machines. And I'm thirsty, and it's like, yeah, all you have left is these stupid dollar coins, and you can't use them in vending machines. And the one kid that was with us, that I was hanging out with the whole day, goes, "Here, I'll try." He tried sticking one in. He actually gave me a regular dollar bill for it. He goes, "Here," he goes, "I'll trade you. Here's an actual dollar." He tried sticking it in, it got stuck, and he's trying to get it out. Security came over, thought he was trying to break into the machine. He explained what's going on. Security goes, "Oh, yeah, they didn't put the stupid signs up yet." Goes, "These things aren't equipped to take those, but they're equipped to give them out." Goes, "Okay." Goes, gave him a dollar. Goes, "Here you go." Goes, "I'm gonna put it in so I can get my dollar back." But yeah, I've been on some roller coasters. It's not that I don't like them. I am terrified of heights. And when you're going up and you see the ground going further away from you, especially for me, my heart starts pumping faster. It starts beating a lot faster. I start getting terrified. And then when you drop off of a roller coaster, That is the point when even I have to shake my head and go, "Oh, what the fuck have I done?" That was kind of my entire mentality. Um, that entire, I just really want to say that entire day, that was my mentality is, "Oh God, what have I done?" And I'm just going down this hill. It was like, I think almost 60 miles an hour, 60 or 70 miles an hour. We're going down this hill. You feel you feel it. When my buddy and I went on the one roller coaster at Hershey, because him and I were together, we didn't have like the group we were in, we were given free reign so long as we all met up at the same spot or where we were told to meet up. And we did. We didn't get in any trouble and no violations, no problems. The chaperones were fine with us. Actually, we actually got complimented because we actually behaved ourselves. We showed up on time. We didn't do anything wrong. We were really good. But we went on one that actually had a loop. And I told him, I said, we go into the loop, I said, keep your head like this, like stick your head down, I said, because that way the G force is not going to nail you. And he looked at me like I was crazy. I said, watch how the other people do it. I've been watching them for the last couple runs. And lo and behold, we get on it and we did that. And it's like, you were right. I said, yeah, because everybody else was doing it. I almost couldn't get on that because it was really heavy at the time. And I was having a hard time getting the seatbelt. Well, I finally got it to click. And I was like, I hope I didn't break it. Nope, I got it to work. The lady was being really, she's like, if you can't get it on, you have to get off. And I'm like, I got it. Like it was on, it was attached. She pulled it. She goes, okay. I'm like, yeah, let's do this. This is gonna hurt. It's like I hate roller coasters, but I went on them. I went on a few. I braved it out. Because I know Dorney, I went on their Steel Force at the time. That was the one we went on, the other guy and I. And going to the top of that, oh God, going to the top of that roller coaster. I think they said it was like a 205-foot drop, and oh, you imagine it. And I'm looking and I'm like, this is the worst idea I have ever. It's like I'm thinking to myself, okay, I've been on a couple of roller coasters. Like, I did the Phoenix with my aunt. I can handle this. This will be fine. We're going up and up and up and up. I'm like, yeah, I'm not a fan of roller coasters. I'm not a fan of heights, so I'm not a fan of roller coasters. But those are some of like the better memories. But yeah, summer Knobles because I always like I said, the arcade was the last thing I would do at night because my mom and I we pretty much got all of our riding done before we went to eat dinner with everybody. We all had to meet up about 5 o'clock for dinner. We all went to the restaurant there for dinner, and afterwards, it's like, okay, wander around for a little bit. If you want to hit like a low key ride or something, go for it. My mom would want to go on the train one more time, and then we just all finish off in the arcade, which was basically go get some tickets, go play like skee ball or something, get yourself some tickets, and then go to the prize counter and get some shit that's gonna break by the time we get it home, which it usually always did. Or the one time I got like all the tickets that I could get because there were a lot of more people that were getting tickets, and I just went and got I just used like the last $3 I had in quarters, and I was playing a couple arcade games because my grandfather was like, "If you're gonna drive like this when you get your license, you're not getting your license." Because I was playing the driving game, and I'm all over the place, running into cars, and then I'm literally going like this, and he made that comment, and I'm pointing at the score as it's going up as I'm hitting each car. I'm like, "That's the purpose of this game. You have to hit the cars." He's like, "Oh." But yeah, like summer memories, they're always fun. Because my uncle, my mom, and I went to the shore a couple times, and my mom and I went to the shore a few times. In fact, the last time we went to the shore was I want to say 20, I want to say like 2012. I want to say, was it or 2010? It was no, it was 2010 because she lost her job in 2011, so we didn't go anywhere then. It was like 2010. We went to the shore. Yeah, that sounds about right. 'Cause we were having issues. All right, was it I don't really remember anymore, but it was in the 2010 era. It was after I don't remember if it was before or after my mom had lost her job. but we went to the shore because I was thinking about, I'm like, we could we can take this route and we can go this way and go right to the shore. Like, we can make a day out of it. And we were planning it out. And then we finally told my grandparents, hey, we're going away for the day. We're going to the shore. We're going away for the day because they were kind of like, well, what are we going to? It's like, well, we need you here. No, you guys can fend for yourselves for a day. We're going to go to the shore for a day. We were having issues with our car. We were still driving our Sable at the time. We were having issues with the car. It was a fuel pump, but that long drive really did it a world of good because it didn't act up for a while, which was really nice. Um, we got the park because it was Seaside Heights. We got the park in late in a very nice spot. It only cost us like $5 to park there, and the guy goes, "You can stay parked here the whole day. You don't have to hurry back. I'm not gonna force you guys to be back here in an hour or something. You can spend the whole day parked here. I don't care." Is everybody else around him was charging $20 for 2 hours. He's like, "Stay here the whole day." He's like, "Stay here the whole day," because he knows who the out of towners are. He's like, "I'm not." He didn't want any locals parking in his lot. You stay parked here the whole day. That's fine because we were out of towners. He knew that we were there for vacation. We were tourists. We came from PA. We're in New Jersey. We're in New fucking Jersey. We're not locals. We're your neighbors to the east. We're your neighbors to the west. Sorry, we're your neighbors to the west. We're not here for we're here as tourists, and he knew that. It's like they'll spend money. We kind of did, but we wanted to we should have got that. There we saw this girl carrying this pizza. This box was huge, and we should have asked her where she got it because she was walking up and down the boardwalk. It was we could have easily found it, got back to the car, and drove home. We got stuck on the expressway trying to get back home then, and we were literally stuck in traffic. And that's when I made the comment and the joke. I said, "You know, we should have asked her where she got that pizza. I could have sold pizza on the expressway, like $5 a slice. We probably would have made a fortune because we would have never been able to eat that. That whole thing probably would have killed us." But I should have made the comment, said, "Hey, yeah, we got it. I'm gonna go get pizza." We didn't walk on the beach or anything because it was gonna cost like $20. I had to walk on the beach. I'm like, screw that. I did end up getting sunburned because even though it was overcast and it was really cloudy, I still got sun. But that was a really fun trip because we got lost. We stopped at a McDonald's quick to get something to drink and a burger each. And the lady, I asked her at the counter, said, "How do we get to Seaside Heights?" And she gave me directions that were sending us north. And then we stopped at a Wawa for gas, and we asked the gas station attendant because in New Jersey, you don't get to pump your own gas. They have attendants for that. And he just like looks back, looks at our license plate, shakes his head, and goes, "Fucking tourist." And he goes, "You need to go south. You're headed north. Take this way. Take this off ramp. It'll be the second one on your left. Then will be the way to Seaside Heights." Like, thank you. Because when I was in second grade was the last time we went to Seaside Heights. Now, granted, second grade for me was in let's see, I started school in like 94. Yeah, because I was 5 then, so 94. Um, so 94 I started school. Let's say, yeah, like 94ish. Because you have to start when you're 5. But I was really tall. That's why they wanted me to go to school right away. I hated that meeting too, but when I was in second grade, would have been 97-ish. Yeah, 97. Because the Blizzard in 96 hit, and I was in first grade, so yeah, 97. And that was the last time we'd went for years because we couldn't afford it anymore. Then I was like, hey, we can easily go. It's not that far of a drive. It's really easy to get there. There's 2 people that can drive this time instead of just one, so it's really good. I'm like, we could get some El Cheapo drinks, get some ice, put it in, we can bum a cooler, and we just took a day trip. Of course, by the time we go, thank you Jersey Shore for ruining it, which sucked because there was a lot of drinking, a lot of stupidity, morons galore, and we picked the best time to leave. When we saw a lot of the locals just getting the hell out of Dodge, we decided, hey, it's probably a good idea to go. And as we're leaving, they're setting up DUI checkpoints. Even the guy that was really nice about our where we parked, he just looked at us and goes, "You're picking a good time to leave," because he's just looking like I'm gonna have a whole bunch of drug fucks in like 10 minutes. But oh, it was a good trip though. But yeah, we should have asked where that girl got that pizza. That was like huge pizza. But yeah, summer for me, aside from the heat, I do have a lot of good memories. And the price is right. Game shows, getting to stay up really super late. Those are some of the memories that I love. I first got introduced to Case Closed over the summer. I got to play a lot of fun games over the summer. I never really tried to better my mind over the summer. I always just enjoyed summer vacation. I shot up like a freaking weed one summer. I grew massively. It was like between sixth and seventh grade, or yeah, I think it was like sixth and seventh grade. No, seventh and eighth. That's right. Because I was 215 pounds in seventh grade, and the school nurse made a comment about that because we had to go up for a physical, and she took my weight and she just kind of leaned in and goes 215. I'm like, okay, I'm big, so fucking what? And I was saying something when I got home, like, yeah, I'm really big, and I'm like 215, and my grandfather was like, oh, I shouldn't have bought all those potato chips to eat during the summer. I'm like, and my mom literally just looks at him and goes, "You do realize that kids grow. Like all the weight that's being put on will eventually even out because they he will grow." And yeah, I did. I sprouted like a fucking weed then. Coming eighth grade, I was just a little over 6 foot. I was like 6'2", 6'3" then. I'm 6'1" now, so I actually have shrunk a little. It's no picnic being tall, but yeah, there's just a lot of stuff that I remember from summer vacation in the summertime. But a lot of it is there's a lot of bad memories mixed in with the good memories. But all in all, they're just things. I mean, my birthday is in the summer. It's in August, so there is that. In fact, it's almost going to be a month away. What's today? The 14th? Oh yeah, today's the 14th. Oh, actually 15th now because it's on Saturday now. So it's gonna be a month away Tuesday, which will be cool. And I'll probably get one extra day off that the weekend before because my mom got jury duty, so that'll be fun. But yeah, summer is one of those weird holidays for me. It's one of those weird times of year. I mean, I hate the heat. Don't get me wrong, I hate the heat. It sucks. But knowing that I just have like a lot of fun summer memories are just cool. And maybe someday I'll get somebody to share summer with and all the other holidays and seasons. But yeah, not exactly in a hurry anymore. I just gotta be me. Anyway, I hope everybody has a great and wonderful weekend. I'm planning to do a live stream on Sunday, so that'll probably count as my vlog. But yeah, bye everybody. By the way, this was brought up on my Discord. I apologize profusely that my vlogs are not better quality. Um, I can pre-record them, but they will get put up later if that's okay with everyone. If everyone's cool with that, I can record my vlogs. I can rename them. I can put them. I can just like work on it then and upload them in a batch upload on a weekend if everyone's cool with that. So I'm gonna put a poll up on my Twitter if they'd be all right with that versus having the daily. Because if I pre-record them, the bit rate is different, the quality's better. But if I live stream it, I am at the mercy of my internet connection, which is only so good. There's only so much I can do with it. But I'll put a poll up on my Twitter to see if anybody wants that. And until next time, like I said, bye everybody. Have a good one.